I think one of the things that's always bothered me about big budget movies is you don't see real characters and that snappy dialogue. That's here.
Cool.
Can you talk about what was your reaction when you read the script and you saw how these characters really reacted together?
I mean, I think the relationship is really cool. You know, I think the fact that Valerian and Laureline fight crime together and need one another, and really Valerian needs Laureline almost more than Laureline needs Valerian, and that dynamic is really cool. And you know, the fact that they've been doing this for a long time, so they do have this kind of witty, flirtatious banter that goes back and forth, and you know, that's it. They fight crime together in outer space, but they're also friends, and you know, maybe even more than friends.
Maybe. I think as well for Luc, before the big budget and all the visual effects, the most important thing to him was their relationship and their characters and the way they got on together. That by far, to me, for him, was the be-all and end-all of this film. And I feel like you can really tell that, because that's where he started, and then the kind of visual effects and the rest of the characters and environments all kind of shaped that relationship, which I feel like you can really feel through this movie.
Yeah, you can. The world building here is just astounding.
Incredible.
Right?
It's like, yeah.
How much of it for you was practical? How much was it, did they have stuff on that you could look at and react to?
They had some stuff, but most of it that you see, I feel like 90% was CGI. It was a lot.
Which is usually distracting, but not here.
Well, the thing is, it's all in Luc's head. You know what I mean? Like, this movie, what sets it apart, I think, is that Luc has control over every aspect of it, and he had his hands on every single piece of it, and it really is, in a way, like his almost like artistic masterpiece, because he understands these worlds so thoroughly. You know, he could take you into Big Market and bring you to the store where you like buy bananas or something, you know what I mean? And he knows all the aliens and what they eat for breakfast and what they breathe. And so although it was a lot for our imaginations to handle, we could always look back to Luc and ask him questions.
He's like the best tour guide ever.
And he knew it all.
What was the most what was the most profound thing you discovered within your characters?
I mean, for me, I think again it was for my character being such a strong female, you know, who is fighting to be independent and to know everything she possibly can about the intellectual world that she's in, study every book. You know, at the end of the day, she realizes that her vulnerability is the strongest thing about her, and that is actually the thing that saves not only herself but Valerian too, and makes them realize that that is the right path to follow, is their heart, or you know, the gut feeling, and not just listen to the rules or you know, follow the mission that they're meant to follow.
Yeah, what about you?
I mean, I love that Valerian's superpower is almost his blind ambition, you know, where he hasn't failed before and he's never thinking about failing, so in some way things always work out. Like, he may not be the biggest dude, he may not be like what looks like the ultimate like action star or whatever, but at the end of the day he's so just like blindly ambitious and knows things are going to work out, that luck is on his side, and he
believes in himself 100%,
you know?
and it works out.
I think that's a really cool thing.
Home sweet home.
Because the sky is blue, it makes me cry. Because the sky is blue. Because the wind is high, it blows my mind.
We get on just great. You flirt, I smile.
Yeah, we're a team.
Talk about world building. I'm blown away that you took this and made it to something so fresh, yet I didn't feel like you had to talk down to the audience to really build this world. And so many films do. What was the approach to creating it?
Oh, the approach is taking the time. I've seen 2,000 artist portfolio. I choose 15 of them. I took 5 for a year, 1 American, Brazilian, Chinese, and 2 French for a year. And they don't even have the script. For a year, we just explore. And we create worlds and aliens. And even before to open the script, we work for a year. Because that was the only way to create something new and who looks logical in a way. So with this material, I put it on the side, and then we start to talk about the film now. And it takes another year. And I take 6 other guys. And they were not allowed to talk to each other. They have me on Skype once a week, and I was the only contact because I want to protect their environment. I don't want them to be forced or anything. I just want them to create 360 degree wherever. So sometimes they come with things who are like insane, and then I start slowly to build the world, the puzzles, and then after 2 years they were cooked. So I take them, all of them, in one room for 6 months. So they did at the end, I think they did something like 6,000 drawings.
Wow.
And that's how we create the thing. But there's no other way. It's an object made by hand. You know, we polish it, we glue the pearls one by one. It's not made on a factory.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of artists together who create a unique pieces. So some won't like it, but the one you like, the one who will like it, they will see it's made by hand.
Yeah. Well, it's also, I feel that you spent more time with the characters, because the script is really sharp, and I love the dialogue. I love the interactions between Laureline and Valerian.
Yeah, that's what I love.
Yeah, it's like one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
Working with all these artists, were there things that you couldn't fit in, that you wanted to fit in some way, and maybe use for, if it's successful, a sequel?
It always happens. You know, when don't torture a script to have an idea that when you have an idea that you want to get in, to put in, don't torture the script. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. Put it on the box. You will maybe use it in 10 years. It doesn't matter. It's never lost. But don't torture the script. That's my device always. And if it fit, you know, like for example, when you try to assemble something, and there's these pieces, and you try to force it. No, it doesn't go there. It's just don't force it. It's the same. You know, you have to be patient and work pieces by pieces.
I wish you were there last time I had to put an IKEA furniture together.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. I'm always the one forcing the thing.
Except with the movies.
And my wife is like saying, "No, it doesn't work." Yes, it is.
One of the things I really loved, and now the 3D is really incredible. That's got to be difficult. This was not a post conversion, right? You shot this in 3D?
No.
It is
conversion. Yeah.
Wow.
But I've seen some tests in 2-3 years. The conversion is insane now, honestly, and to shoot in 3D, it's painful. Because the way I'm shooting, sometimes I want to do like a big crane shots, but sometimes I want to have a small camera and be able to run after the actors.
Yeah.
If you're shooting in 3D, you cannot do that. The 2 cameras together, it's 50 kilos, it's impossible to move, and it's not my style. You know, I want to stay agile, I want to follow my actors. I don't want to be bothered by the weight of the thing. So I never think, it was never in my mind to shoot in 3D, ever. So the conversion that I follow for many years, the conversion is amazing. And I was really happy with that.
city of 1,000 planets. After centuries of peace and prosperity, an unknown force wants to destroy all we have created.
Agents Valerian and Laureline, you have less than 10 hours to find the threat and eliminate it.
Let's get to work.
History is on the march.